pleasant good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Thank you, friends, for tuning in to West Indian Today, a proud presentation on behalf of ITV Gold and also Porrick Worldwide Media. We would like to say thank you to the ITV Gold chairman and also the chairman of Porrick Worldwide Media, Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh, as well as his staff and management, ensuring we're able to bring today's program into your homes through the means of your television sets. And we are grateful that you chose us to be a part of your weekend entertainment. Please, however, friends, continue to invite more and more people to be a part of ITV Gold, committed to presenting quality programming 24/7. And we would also like to acknowledge Dr. Dan Polnarayan and also the members of Jyoti Satsang for producing a marvelous program within the past hour, promoting, propagating, and preserving authentic Hindu culture. And that's what they've been doing for close to 3 decades, and commercial-free television. So we are now going to move on with our program as we present to you some highlights and some great entertainment on behalf of the Sri Ram Mandir Incorporation in Schenectady, New York. This was an event known as Ek Awaz. It was held earlier this year. I was privileged and I was fortunate to be a part of that event as the Master of Ceremonies, and I must say that the event was well attended, and we from here from New York City, we were well received by the people in Schenectady, and the love and the appreciation that we received on that very special night, it was indeed impeccable. It was so wonderful that I told the members, actually the executive committee members of the Sri Ram Mandir, that if ever you hold another event of this cause, and of course of this kind, count me in. I will be there, even if I have to be there as a spectator. I would like to express my profound gratitude and extend my congratulations to Pandit Naresh and also Soni Sookraj, Uncle Dhanraj Brihaspat, a very wonderful individual who's been supporting this program for a number of years now, and he continues to send me his good wishes through the means of social media. And I want to say thank you to him, and it was a privilege meeting him for the very first time after many years. So with that, we proceed with the highlights of Ek Awaz. Welcome back, friends, and if you're just tuning in to us, a very special good afternoon to you. If you've been with us from the beginning, thank you for staying with us, and thank you for making us a part of your weekend entertainment. Earlier in the program, we presented to you some highlights and some performances of Ek Awaz on behalf of the Sri Ram Mandir in Schenectady, New York. I want to say that one of the things I most appreciate about this temple and all the temples, the neighboring temples, is that they have what is known, some might call it a brotherhood or a sisterhood amongst themselves. Basically, there's unity in that community. For this event was brought to you not only on behalf of the Sri Ram Mandir, but 3 temples came together, merged together to present Ek Awaz, and they all collectively came towards a wonderful cause on behalf of the Sri Ram Mandir. So I want to commend all the temples for being a part of this event. And once again, like I said, I gave my commitment to all those 3 mandirs in Schenectady that if ever they were to hold any events of this kind, myself and my family, we would be more than honored to be a part of the event, even if we are just spectators. And so you can imagine what a wonderful and an unforgettable night we had. In fact, myself and my family and also some of my relatives who traveled to Schenectady with me for that event unanimously, we said that this event was the best event we attended all year round. So with that, we now present to you some more highlights of Ek Awaz as we reminisce over the beauty and the magic of that very special evening. And that's all from us here today. As we do sign off, we take a quick moment to honor the life and legacy of the 41st President of the United States of America. As you all know that this time last week, the nation mourned the loss of President George Herbert Walker Bush, son of Senator Prescott Bush and also son of Dorothy Walker. President George H.W. Bush was, as we mentioned, the 41st President of the United States of America. However, it is safe to say that he's the only president with the most impressive political resume in American history. He was a member of Congress in 1966, a member of Senate. He served as, in the 6th Senate District in Texas, also a member of the House of Representatives. He was the ambassador of the United Nations, ambassador to China, also the director of the Central Intelligence Agency, became the 43rd vice president under President Ronald Reagan, and then captured the highest house and the highest office in the United States of America for 4 years. However, in those 4 years, it's safe to say that he experienced the greatest heights, the greatest highs and lows, more than any other president. For one of the greatest highs of his presidency was leading the country through the victory of the first Persian Gulf War. But the greatest downfall of his presidency was the economic recession, in which in 1992 he received only 37% of the votes, in which the landslide victory of the 1992 elections was granted to none other than Governor Bill Clinton. At the time, Governor Bill Clinton of Arkansas, who then would go on to become the 42nd President of the United States of America. Nearly a decade after, the defeat of 1992, President George H.W. Bush and also President Bill Clinton rekindled their relationship and worked together towards many humanitarian causes, such as disaster relief distributions in Haiti and Somalia and several other places as well. President George H.W. Bush taught the American people about the essence of being a thousand points of light, being a point of light, something needed now more than ever, which means that every community has its problem. But, we can solve the problems by being the point of light and removing darkness from and also the difficulties of our communities. So during the holiday season, and as we are reflecting upon the life of President George H.W. Bush, we are encouraging all our viewers to, in whatever way they can, to be a point of light for your community and for your respected, your respective religious institutions, whatever it is, but be the point of light and let's keep the H.W. Bush legacy alive. Also, one of the things I must say that President George H.W. Bush was one of the only presidents, the second in American history, to not only serve as the United States president, but also have his son be elected as the 43rd president of the United States of America. And another great fact to point out about the 41st president is that both him and Mrs. Bush succeeded presidential marriages. Actually, they were married for 74 years, which is the longest in presidential history. And after 74 years, after only just about a few months of separation, Mr. Bush, President Bush, now goes to be reunited with Mrs. Bush in the heavenly region. So with that, we salute the life and legacy of President George H.W. Bush, the nation's 41st president, a man described, a president who was described as a man of integrity. And as we do sign off, this is yours truly saying to you that it's been my pleasure and my honor being with each and every one of you here this Saturday afternoon. We look forward to being with you right here, same time, same place. Until next week, have a blessed and a prosperous week ahead. We are signing off.